Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing out there? You're doing better than me, I can tell you that much. My, wait, all right. What a night. You ever have one of those nights where you wake up and you're just, can't go back to sleep? Yeah, well, that's all right. I'll take a nap this afternoon. Retired, I can take a nap. Yeah. Today's weather forecast is little overcast. Sun's peeking through here and there. I guarantee you rain a little later, then sun. Can almost predict the weather this time of the year down here. Boy, a couple days really hot. Yeah. Fox finding life. How are you doing, Fox finding life? Hello. Jason Pike, good morning, Jason. Good morning, Brian. Experiencing a brownout here this morning up early as it was a warm to sleep. Hope you're having a great morning and hump day. Yes, hump day. Happy hump day, everyone. I know what that's like. Warm at night. You know, we didn't even have an air conditioner. Here's my air conditioner right there. We didn't have an air conditioner in the room here for a year. I just open the windows, turn on the fan. And one day I woke up, I'm like, you know what? Time to put the air conditioner in. It makes a world of difference. Bruce, how are you doing, Bruce? Waiting for the fun to start here in Central Florida. Mike, good morning, Mike. How are you doing? I hope you are feeling well. Victor, Coco, how is Victor doing? Time to wake up, Brian. Yes. Victor, yes, Santa is real. Santa is real. If you don't know it by now, all right, Santa is real. It's crazy. When we were kids, we believed Santa. Santa would just bring all these gifts. And then when we grew up, we realized we're Santa and we're bringing all the gifts. Scoot B. I think I'm calling you Scott. Scott, Scoot B. Scoot B. Thanks for stopping in. Always in here. Santa is open occiput. Huh? Santa is oxenpick. McLovin, good morning, McLovin. Thanks for stopping in. 06959. Thanks for stopping in, McLovin. Maganda na umaga to you also, Fox Finding Life. Wow, Cowboys. You really want to talk about the Cowboys? Go Cowboys. Hey, they got a 1% chance. They have to win all their games. And Philly has to lose all their games. And we still get that 1% chance. But I didn't expect them to do anything this year anyways. New head coach and everything. So I figured, it should make an exciting season to see how things are going to lead into next year. We'll see. It's always next year, right? I know Eagles fans always give me shit. Hey, always next year. God, Philly was always next year for years. Expat crap. Philly in the Philippines. Is this a guest panel experience with wonders of the world coming into your honorable panel of adventure and excitement? I will put it down there. Let me find it here. Yes. I want to make, oh, no, not that. I gotta find out what I'm doing here. Share screen, not that. Maybe it's this one. Yes, copy. I will put it right in the link if you want to join in. Feel free to hit that link I just put in there. Follow the instructions and join the live stream this morning. Now remember, We got to keep it a little on the civil side. All right. A little on the civil side. Uh, Ricky USA, how are you doing, Ricky? Thanks for stopping and always stop in. I didn't want to say it, but Mike's putting it out there. Oh, Mike, our Philippine journey. He needs to take a pill to grow young. He was in the hospital, had some issues with his health. Out of the ICU and regular room now. But yeah, you got to take that Fountain of Youth cup. Drink it, Mike. Where does it exist? Charles Jones. Hey, Brian, we'll be heading back to Angeles soon from North Carolina. I retired from law enforcement and glad of it. Yeah, you will enjoy your retirement here. It's hard to bring your mindset when you work a job for years and years and years. Some jobs are very stressful. Some jobs are I would say every job is stressful, right? Depends on your stress level. But when you come here, you've been living in that environment of work, and then when you get here, like, it takes a while to kind of get out of that environment. Just say to yourself, I don't have to get up and go to work tomorrow, right? Do we have? Doesn't look like anybody wants to join. I put it out there to join. Charles Jones. Hi, Brian. We'll be heading back to English City from North Carolina. Oh, good God. I just read that. Told you, I'm not, I'm still waking up. I'm on my second cup of coffee. Grass cutter. Hi, Brian. John from Lincoln, UK. Thanks for stopping in. FYI, I understand Canada issued a do not travel warning for the Philippines, especially Mindanao. I don't know. I seen something on my Facebook. Didn't really look at it. I did, but I didn't. Because I don't believe half the shit that's on the internet. But they did put a map up of 3 zones in the Philippines. White being like your safe zone, which is pretty much from Mindanao all the way up north. And then you got parts of Mindanao that are in orange, which means basically, okay, you're going there, but basically be aware of your surroundings. And then you have red, which pretty much starts like Cagayan de Oro down, and then Cebu, not Cebu City, but can't think of the name now. From there down, it's like red, like do not travel. Travel at your own warning. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about, Bruce. But I did catch that. And I did look. I'm like, where are we at? I'm orange. I'm like at the very tip of the orange, like Bucas Grande Island and this island here. Like we're at the tip, we're the spearhead. So, I mean, we have a lot of tourists here. We do. And could something happen here? Of course, anything can happen here in the Philippines. Anything. If you come over here and think you're safe everywhere, nah. Even here, you could, sad to say, but someone could get snatched up here. And, like the situation with a young kid down in southern Mindanao, Elliot Eastman. But here's the thing. They say, and it's, they do have there's only a few ways off this island via a port. However, there's boats all over here. And some of these little boats, like my wife's cousin. He's got one of them little putt boot, them little putt boats. Brrr, just brrr, down the ocean, out in the ocean. And he travels from island to island up here quite a bit. And that's the thing. Here you got water transportation. They got Coast Guards here. There's a Coast Guard at the port. They're there. They're every single tourist boat that goes out of any area here, tourist, Coast Guard is there. They're on the boat. They got a sheet. They're checking everything. So they know, and then their destination. So they know that if something happens, they know the destination and the route that these boats are going. They're like the police on water. But do you ever see them out like cruising around? Not really. Not really. Not to say they're not out, but when you see their boats, they've got 4 massive engines, boat engines mounted on the back of these things. And it's like, holy shit, you know how much fuel you're going to use just by firing them things up and cruising around? But yeah, we have that. Of course, we have PNP here and ambulances here. And this island is for tourists. You wouldn't believe how many just nice looking ambulances are here, like in good shape, look nice. Now, what they're like inside for any issue, I couldn't tell you. Craig in Cebu. Craig in Cebu. Hey, welcome in, Craig. Craig, if you would like to join the live stream, just follow that link. I'd like to have Craig in Cebu join me live. He's a very colorful, entertaining, I guess you could say, YouTuber. It all depends on how you look at him, like and what he puts out and things like that. But he's doing it his way, Some U.S. Marine is fighting with a Filipino lady over a dog. Now he has a legal problem, and he says it on YouTube channel. He wants to fight he wants to fight about a dog in the Philippines. Yeah, interesting. Scoot B, yes. Stay out. Yes, stay out of Mindanao as expats drive up the prices. Oh, that's true. That's true. Brian, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for your kind contribution. I think I have somebody on stage here who's ready to join the live stream. If I've missed your comments, I apologize. Those that have stopped in, Chicken Choker, I see. Thanks for stopping in. Jay just stopped in. We have Scoot. We are going to add him to the stage.
Hey, how you doing, young man?
I'm doing good. Hang on, let me make some volume adjustments so we don't blow out our speakers and headphones. I'm doing good. I see you're grumpy.
Yeah. My wife got me this one.
There you go. I do what I want, when I want, where I want, except I got to ask my wife. There you go. Yeah. How you doing? It's Scoot, right?
Scoot, Scott, Scooter.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure if I was, I know I was calling you Scott, and then I think I was over in Ugly Tourist Live, and he was calling you Scoot, and I'm looking, I'm like, I guess it is Scoot.
Yeah, it's just it goes back to when I used to in a different life when people called me Scooter Trash all the time.
Did you wear it proudly?
It's like asshole. I wore it like a badge of honor.
Right, yeah. What? Somebody called me. What did they just call me? Oh, they said something like, I've been to a lot of rundown, beat up shacks and squatter areas here all over the Philippines, and
oh my God.
Just by looking at your place, I can tell those people are living a better life than you. And I said, thank you. I'll wear that badge with
Hey,
honor.
hey, I should, I could send you a picture of my house up in the mountains, my bamboo house up in the mountains.
Right.
Right? It's it is a traditional bamboo house. Right?
Right.
There is no air conditioning. I did have to put heat in though, because my wife. I made the comment, and if you look at the comments, my wife turns into a solid block of ice at 68 degrees, around 20
Wow.
C. Yeah, she's like, "Oh, it's so cold." Yeah, and she starts putting on every piece of clothing she has, and at night it'll get down in the 50s there. So we do have heat in the
Right.
bedrooms, but yeah, there's no glass in the windows. It's
And that's you say it's your cabin where?
it's up in the mountains of Mindanao.
Oh, okay.
If you go up to Mindanao, if you get to just before you get to Valencia, if you take a left, you'll go past Mountain View College, which is kind of a
Okay.
famous little college. And you take the road all the way to where it ends, and then you walk about. It's about takes about a day and a half to walk up there.
Right.
Yeah,
A day and a half to walk up in.
yeah,
That's some hiking.
yeah.
That's some hiking.
Yeah. I'm getting older, so yeah, it takes me 2 days now. You know, and the people that live up there, okay, they don't have electricity. They don't have running water. I mean, they live the way they have lived for 1,000+ years.
Right.
Yeah.
Which when people say you can't live in the Philippines for under 500 US dollars a month, if you lived in a situation like that where you're way up in the middle of nowhere, you can live on 500 a month.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Easily.
remember these people live up there year round on zero.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
How
mean,
did you built the bamboo house yourself? Did you cut the
well, I,
bamboo?
I hired, I hired, I hired the Manabo chief. I hired his son and his brother. They built the house.
Wow. See,
And
that's cool.
yeah. Well, see, what I did is I put in solar, and I also put in a water turbine,
Uh-huh.
and we built a school, right? And through Mountain View College, they bring teachers up there, and
Okay.
they teach at the school. So
Right.
I mean, I don't live up there full time. It's like I
Right.
go up
Right.
like once in a while. Every few months I'll go up there for a few days. As I'm
Yeah,
getting older, it's longer and longer between trips.
that's just things like that's cool, like hiking up in there and
But yeah,
uh,
but
setting that
for
up.
people that believe that the Philippines is so hot, I think the warmest I've ever seen it up there would have to be the middle of summer. So I mean, we're on the same cycle in the U.S. as the Philippines. So middle of July, August, September. I've seen temperatures get up into the 80s.
Right.
During the day, 80, 85, maybe even as close to almost 90. But at night, it's always down to 60.
Yeah. Ah,
Chicken choker saying that five. No, these people eat seafood.
chicken
Anything
chop.
that doesn't move fast enough is food.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And if it does move fast, they will figure out how to slow it down and catch it.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
they'll make an entire meal out of what you would call weeds and bugs.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. I mean, we're not that out here. We're not that like jungle, you know what I mean? But like Lut's mom and they grow all different kinds of things. Like, what are you going to do with it? It's a leaf. Oh, we throw it in the stew and it gives it a flavor.
Yeah.
Then they'll eat it. Like it,
Yeah.
they just do that. And to me, I guess, all right. I
Yeah,
I
I mean,
need a pork chop and some chicken. You know what I mean?
yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, true story. My mother-in-law lives here in Arizona with, you know, with us, and my backyard has turned into a Philippine vegetable delight. I used to say, she always goes out behind the house, picks weeds to cook. Well, now we grow them here in Arizona. Oh, yeah.
So you're when are you coming back to the Philippines? Anytime
Well,
soon or
I'm heading out to Arkansas for, for a week and a half, week and a half, 2 weeks to see my mom and dad. But 3 weeks from today, I'll be back.
okay. All right. Now what I always want to know, like what brought you to the Philippines? Like everybody has their own story on how they got here, why they got here, what brought them here. Also, I have the link. You guys can click the link. I can bring on more than just two people. Chicken choker expat crap. Come on, hop up.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
I
it.
mean, what brought me to the Philippines?
Right.
I mean, my first time I went to the Philippines was way back in the 70s. Um, then I didn't go for a long time. Then I went and actually did work in the Philippines. I was there for about a month and a half. I was down in General Santos,
Okay.
and then I met some lady
Ooh,
later,
a lady.
yeah, later, and married her, and she was from Mindanao, and unfortunately that didn't work out. But
Right.
I always
Right.
liked that area. So I went back, and I think my wife just got home from work, and then I met my wife, and that's where it is. I enjoy it. I enjoy the fact that where I go, where I live is 20 minutes from a mall,
All right.
right? 20-30 minutes from a mall. It's really rural. Let me put it that way. Uh, we got 12 hectare of farmland. Uh, my brother-in-law and his family has about 80 hectare.
Wow.
Yeah. And my sister-in-law and her husband have another like 60 hectare.
And that's all 20 minutes to a mall?
Yeah.
Okay.
And somebody said, oh, what about, healthcare? Asked me that one time. And I said, well, they got one of the nicest hospitals. It's about 30 minutes from my house.
Okay.
It's a private hospital, but it really doesn't, because trust me, you don't want to use public hospitals in the Philippines.
Nah.
My
Nah.
wife's a nurse and she worked at a public hospital, and yeah, you really don't want to go there.
Yeah, but if you're coming here on $500 a month, well, you're going to
Well,
go to public hospital.
when somebody says that, I'm coming there at $500 a month. Forget what it was. I watched a video probably a year ago where the guy was showing a gentleman that came there. His life kind of fell apart, and he gets like 200. He was getting like $290 a month in Social Security, and he's working for the barangay because he came. He did have an SSRV visa,
Uh-huh.
and he converted it over to with an SSRV visa. You can get a work permit. Hey, come here. What are you yakking there? Come here. Brian wants to know why I went to the Philippines.
Hello.
Okay. He asked me why. Why? There it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, he
Why?
actually planned to retire in the Philippines for a long time already.
But yeah, yeah. But hey, if you can convince her that since she's going to stay working in the U.S. while I'm in the Philippines, that she should send me a monthly allowance.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
I'll cut you in. I'll cut you in 50%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, we're gonna go to the gym.
Okay.
But
That's
later-
That's a mandatory.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I said, well, I mean, you used that argument when you were, working in Thailand, that I need to send you monthly because I was in the U.S. making money. I said, so
Yeah.
I mean, now if I'll be in the Philippines, you'll be working in the U.S. She is an RN. It's not like she's poor.
No, no, but
Hmm.
she likes her job.
Yeah. But I actually was kind of surprised. I've been following your channel like 7 years or 8 years. Probably around. I didn't do much on watching YouTube until COVID
Okay.
when I had nothing to do, and so about the time I mean, with my work, I mean, I wasn't lucky enough to get the paycheck for working at home. So, but I was high enough on the pecking ladder. I mean, I worked in a factory where we'd have and how do I put it? They used to have like 220 people in the office, and I had to constantly go to meetings. Then all of a
Uh,
sudden, they came up with this thing where, well, we're going to send all the office workers home, but I had to go to the stupid building, right, and spend 12 hours every day in an entire office full of nothing, right? And and walk around the factory every once in a while. So yeah, so I started following you, around back then when you were up in Angeles City. But
okay.
I was, I never put it together until one day, it's like, hey, my brother-in-law retired from the prison in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I asked him, I said, hey, you know this guy? Oh yeah.
yeah,
I said,
yeah,
how small a world is that?
yeah. Like I was saying, like everything just connects.
Well, and then his wife, told me, oh yeah, I just saw his mother. She was in the pharmacy.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. Uh, all right. I got somebody else on deck.
All right,
Let's
bring him on up.
join. Let's join the live stream. It's me, Brian D. How are you doing, Brian?
Pretty good, Brian. How are you?
I'm doing good.
How
There
you
you
doing,
go.
sir?
What's up, Brian? What what brings you here today? What brings you to the Philippines? Are you in the Philippines? Are you
I
going to
am
retire
in.
in the Philippines on $500 a month?
Actually, I'm living on less than $500 a month. I'm in Samar.
Okay.
Um, yeah, my health got too bad. I couldn't stay in the United States, so I'm here. I've been working on trying to get here for a while. So I got vehicles, land, houses, and all that. So,
So
but
no big expenses.
no,
So
pretty much just food, electric, Starlink. That's about it.
yeah,
There you
so
go.
you said are you on Summer Island?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on Eastern Samar.
Oh, okay. Just off of Davao?
Um,
That's Summer Island? Or is that
Brongan,
Summer? I
outside
can't.
of Brongan.
Okay.
Uh,
And you're doing it.
There's
You're
expat.
saying you're doing the impossible.
I am
You're
doing the impossible.
now
Uh,
that 400, you have room there. I would imagine to where maybe this month you go over a little bit or something comes up. You're not just locked in at 400 period, are you?
it depends. Some of my money fluctuates, but we're farming here, and we got raising quail and building up my income, so it won't be necessary in the long run.
So
But
you're looking to do like a little farming type thing.
yeah,
Self-sustained farming?
actually, we're looking to sell our farm right now. We got a hectare that we're looking to sell. Um, for many reasons, but accessibility is mostly the reason. Um, but yeah, I got into quail, and that's going really good. So
Wow.
that's
Quail.
that's where our focus is going to be.
I don't know if I've ever seen quail here. I'm sure I have somewhere.
Yeah, that's what fuels the quick.
Yeah. Huh. I've seen turkeys here, believe it or not.
Yeah, we started doing turkeys a few months ago. Turkeys
Yeah.
and goats.
That's a big demand. I mean, not a big demand, but
It's
it's in
getting bigger.
demand that people will buy it.
You know what I found is Filipinos only eat certain foods
Right.
until
Right.
somebody shows them a different food and convinces them it's okay. It's like if
Yeah.
I mean, I remember first coming to the Philippines, and if you took the pepper shaker and went one, two, oh my God, it's too spicy. We can't eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But
now spicier foods, now you have the Korean foods, you have, oh, kimchi. I love kimchi.
yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so,
it's funny. You put a little bit of too much pepper on, too spicy. But wait, let me put 5 packets of masarap
yeah,
what is it that they always put in there and everything.
yeah. The fish
You know,
sauce. Yeah.
it's a powder or something with. It'll come to me.
Oh, they have magic sauce.
Magic syrup. Magic syrup.
Yeah.
They love that magic syrup.
And all that is MSG, which is,
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Somebody just put a comment. Yeah, quail eggs. I've eaten quail eggs. Well, you got to have quails to have quail eggs. So I guess it does make sense. I'm thinking eating a quail. You know, we go out quail hunting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see that.
I mean, Brian, is that what you're doing? You're selling quail eggs or you're selling the actual
Yeah,
quail?
we're building our flock for selling quail eggs. Yeah.
Right.
Not as much demand here for quail meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because there again, it's one of those things they've never eaten it before.
Right.
And they're like, oh, and now if somebody introduced them into their market and put it in you have to have a little shack that has some kind of a logo and it looks like it's a franchise.
Yeah.
That's what I told my brother-in-law. I said, I've got a property right on the Sire Highway. And he said, I think we'll put in a turkey restaurant. We'll make it look like it's some kind of a franchise out of, the U.S.
I had somebody trying to sell me turkey in
Hmm.
Tacloban. They wanted $4,000 for 3 of them. I'm like, maybe I need to get into raising turkey.
Well, yeah, it's I mean, if you have a lot of land, it's great. Because what we do is they're kept in pens, but we move the pens every day through the field.
Yeah.
They just eat off the ground, so we don't have to pay for grain and all that, which drives up the cost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Similar to what they call a chicken tractor.
You don't have the free roaming turkeys.
Nah, no.
See, I'd like to get a turkey, but how do I know we're talking farming? How do turkeys interact with chickens?
Fine.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
they. I mean, turkeys don't step on each other, and they don't. No, I mean, they just look at a chicken like, oh, that must be a small turkey.
Yeah. Thought about getting a turkey. I've seen down at the end of the road here, there was a turkey. And believe it or not, over at the firehouse in General Luna, there were 2 turkeys there. I drove by and I looked and I'm like, what the hell, a turkey? And I looped back around and Lut and I stopped and we were talking to the guys that were stationed there. And it was the fire chief's turkeys. And he had got them from somebody gave them to him over in Surigao City, gave them to him. So he brought them over here, but now they're gone. So I don't know if they got eaten. Who knows? Who knows? But
Well,
I thought I'd like to have a turkey, fatten it up for Thanksgiving. But we probably wouldn't eat it because the kids would make it a friend and a pet.
Yeah, like, I mean, let me put it this way: the first 4 turkeys, we got 2 mated pairs of turkeys,
Uh-huh.
and it took about 2 weeks, and they disappeared. So we got some more, and they disappeared too.
What do you think happened?
Well, remember how you said, do Filipinos actually eat turkeys? Yes and
Yeah.
no. They don't buy turkeys, right? So when I said, hey, you know what? Let's put them over in the durian field, because the durian field's completely surrounded by an electric fence. And the electric fence has four wires that are spaced about an inch apart that sit from the ground level going up. And the reason that is because, see, I was having problems with people stealing the durian. So once I told them I'll pay you 5,000 peso for a live cobra, and they found out I was putting them inside there, and then because of that electric fence, the cobras can't get out.
Okay.
My durian theft dropped way down. So by putting the turkeys in there, turkey theft's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, who? Let me see. Let me see. Let's look at some of these comments here. We're talking, and I'm just kind of. Craig is still going on about rent, immigration fees. Craig, why don't you hop up and join the live stream? My wife loved quail. Yeah, quail. I've eaten quail. I've eaten quail eggs too. Sorry, let me.
I'm looking. See, I don't have the rent problem.
Yeah. I if you haven't tried quail egg and you're here, give it a try. A lot of times they sell them at the bus terminals. They'll sell them in the bags,
Yeah.
or they'll have people come on a bus when the bus is pulled over and sell them. And you got to give them a try. They're not
Immigration.
They're good. They're good.
I'm looking at Craig's post, about rent 280. So I don't
Right.
have, I don't have that rent problem. Because my wife and I own several properties.
Yeah.
Immigration fees, 50 a month. There again, that tells me he's probably on a tourist visa. I did the SSRV, and I think the renewal is $100 a year now.
Hang on. Craig is here. Let's bring Craig up and let's see what Craig means. We could be
he might be talking about in Cebu. What's up, Craig?
Hey, Craig.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up?
Hey, Greg. How you doing? Thanks for joining in. Craig,
on microphone.
Greg, we can hear you. It's a little iffy, but we can hear you. So what? Craig and Cebu, you're getting ready to come over, also, right? I know you've been here. You've been to Cebu, and I know you're getting ready to come back. What drew you to the Philippines, Craig?
The women. I never had a girlfriend in the U.S., so.
So you found the love of your life.
Yeah.
All right. What are your thoughts? I know you were you had put something in there about some marine. I think I seen your video this morning. Craig in Cebu has a channel. You like them, you don't like them. It's your choice to decide what channels you like. I personally enjoy listening to him and getting his viewpoint on things here in the Philippines. But you were talking about something about a Marine beating up a dog.
Yeah. No. He was complaining about a barking dog.
That's it.
A barking dog. And
That's like complaining about a rooster.
no, it's like if
For
you don't
loud
like
birds.
the Philippines, go back to the U.S., man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, or like living in the city and complaining about somebody doing videoke. Like you got to get used to those things here. Does it become annoying? It can become annoying, but hey, I had a dog outside barking last night in the middle of the night. What are you going to do? Go out and throw stones at it? Shut up. You just have these things. Yeah.
Yeah, well, well, about my channel.
Yeah.
See, I see a lot of BS, and I just and budget videos and stuff like that, and I'm like, you can't live on $500 a month. I can't.
Yeah.
You're a strong believer in that, Craig.
Yeah. Well,
Like you just can't see it.
I can live on $500 bucks. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't say you can live on $500 or less.
BS.
But the thing is, most Americans or most Westernized people, they can't live that kind of lifestyle.
Right.
If you
Right.
have no choice, right? Like if you go up by Manobo, up in the mountains, right, or if you go out into eastern Mindanao, up by the big lake there, right, these people live on a lot less than $500 a month. Some of them live on $0 a month.
Right.
Right. But they don't have electricity. They don't have internet. They don't have, anything. I mean, the only reason this little area I have up in the mountains has electricity is I brought it up there, and I brought internet there, right? So they could have a school.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'd never seen they've never seen a light turn on at night. In their entire, I mean, the chief was like, I think he was like 55 at the time. He'd never seen a light bulb.
Yeah. Yeah. There are still like just remote areas here in the Philippines that are just like that.
I mean, if you look at Mindanao, there's a huge area where there are no roads. And there's people living there.
Yep. Oh yeah. I remember when Butuan, we flew into Butuan, we had to go clear across the island to where Lutz's father's from.
Mm-hmm.
And the driver told us we have to do it during the day. He goes, because at night they might see you in the van.
Yeah.
And it was one of those roads. And the only reason we took it was a shortcut. And I mean, it got back up in there, and they're just jungle huts back up in there. There might be some type of electric ran, but I mean, these people are up in there.
Well, I mean, I've got an actual, concrete house. Well, it's actually the house that my sister-in-law who died. She came here in 1998.
Right.
And so I met my current wife is through her, but she married an American. She was a nurse in Loma Linda. And anyways, long story short, she died of lung cancer about 6 years ago. But in the process, right, she built a house up near the end of this road, in Bukidnon. And her husband didn't want it after she died. So I bought it and split it up amongst the children.
Notice.
Right.
Amongst my wife and her three sisters. So if you go up there at night, right, about 80% of the houses are completely dark because they don't have electricity at all.
Right.
No, I mean the water runs, but during the day, if you turn on the faucet, it's dripping because the one well, right, that goes to these things. So, you have to pay for your own line. You pay for a line. The problem is the pump only pumps, maybe 60 or
Right.
70 gallons a minute. And everybody turns their faucets on and tries to collect as much water as they can, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that
You could go, they had the old fashioned well pump there, right? Before anything. Like, so that is where the community will go to sit there and pump water. They'll wash clothes there. They'll come with buckets. They do everything at the water pump.
I mean, the people that work in that area usually get on a jeepney, and there's 2 jeepneys that run through. One goes, they're owned by the same lady. One heads into Valencia. The other one comes back from Valencia when the other one, gets there. And
Right.
they're completely packed full of people, and that's the only place they go. And these people, they work. They make 400 or 500 peso a day.
Somebody, Craig, I think you're giving an echo.
Yeah. Okay. Echo.
Echo. Oh, we lost Craig. Yeah, people don't understand. Hang on. Let me bring leader of the pack up. Like, even here, before we got here, we installed the water tank. We installed the line to the pump. They would literally walk across the street, and there was a pipe that ran from up top of the mountain down through, and it fed all these other homes that are sitting on the mangroves here. And they would go to that water area with just a tiny hose, do everything there, wash clothes there, do dishes there, clean there, bathe there. I even did it. I'm like, I'm going to try this out. You know what? And they do it every day, and it's normal to them. But to us as a foreigner coming in here, it's like, shit, I'm camping. But yeah, even with full electric in here, you can plug stuff into outlets and the internet. Like, just bringing the internet here to where they can access it changed their life to a little bit better.
Right.
And people don't understand how it is in some of these provinces out here, how people live. And they're smiling all day long. Yeah. All right. Leader, we got the leader of the pack has joined us.
Gentlemen,
Thanks
how
for
are you tonight? How's everybody
I'm doing good. Good.
You're looking good. You're looking good, man.
Thank you. I try.
Well, he's
It's
still
healthy.
young.
It's clean. It's clean air. Healthy, clean air.
Clean air, clean living.
That's it.
All right, so
Better answer that. It
But
could
you-
be your.
you forget,
It is
but
the
you
wife.
forget
I don't
he's
wanna
very
answer.
young.
So it could be the wife or
It
the
is.
girlfriend. We don't know.
Hey,
It's
Brian.
life.
Right? You've been watching the comments.
A little bit.
I don't know what it is about. What you got something against glasses? Yeah, wait until you pass 50. If you
Are
don't
they-
have, if you
are
don't
they- are
have
they-
50,
Are they picking you apart? Welcome to my world. You just are part of it now. Somebody will talk about the leader of the pack's hat and his
Yeah.
shirt.
Bring it
And,
on, baby. Bring
yeah.
it on.
wait, hey,
Doesn't
Hey.
affect me any. I know I'm damn good looking and handsome.
Hey,
There
Brian.
you go.
There you go,
Brian,
right?
leader of the pack, and Brian. Question for you: what is the biggest thing people pick on you about?
They don't.
On me, what, appearance wise?
Yeah.
Oh, it used to be their old raccoon eyes. Used to have these black underneath my eyes, which
Yeah,
are
you look
gone
good.
now.
Yeah, you look
And
better.
they used to call, and there's one out there that calls me Herman Munster. And
Herman Munster.
I mean,
I don't
I
get
think
that
I've
one.
heard most of it. I think I've heard a lot of it.
Yeah. So here's my question to you, Brian. What part of ex-prison guard don't they understand that they can call you anything, and you've probably even heard worse?
Sure. Of course.
Yeah.
That was one of the things, in our training. We would get every training every year, and we had the academy for 6 months or 6 weeks, and inmate culture sensitivity class, they called it. We'd have to go to these classes and stuff, and remember, they're just calling you names. They're just calling you names. However, there's a fine line there. If they threaten you, if the words become threatening in a threatening manner, now they cross the line and they could be written up for that. But they could call you everything and anything under the books. They even did it to the female guards there. They couldn't do anything about it.
Well, one thing I'll tell you guys is, look, if you have a thin skin, then you don't want to be on the internet. You know, if you're a thin-skinned person, if you take this crap on the internet personally, then you don't need to be on the internet, right?
True. People will take shots at you. It's just how it works. I don't care how big or small your channel is. But I could get into all that, but I don't, you know. Let's put it this way. The turtle is in hiding. I don't know what's going on with the turtle.
I mean,
Well-
somebody attacked me, so I sent him this. This is a new T-shirt I bought.
I was born in September. A life, my choice, my mistakes, my lessons, not your business. Mind your own. I can't read.
Problems.
You talk about me, my life. It's not your story to tell. There you go. That's too much to read. If I'm walking down the street and I see a guy wearing a T-shirt with the alphabet on it, I'd be like, that's too much. I can't read. I can read. I'm a grumpy old man. Like that, I can read.
Hell, I'm just happy that people talk about me. So there you go, right?
You know,
There you go.
if they're not talking about you, then you're looking at the bottom of the plant roots.
Yeah. Or they're talking about somebody else, right?
Right.
I always
Are
laugh,
you-
I always laugh when people say, "Oh, Filipinos, all they do is gossip." See, have you ever listened to Americans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a special room at my house just for that. We separate the women from the men. So the women can go gossip and us men can just be quiet and drink beer and watch sports. So
Yeah, exactly.
Are you in a community where there's a lot of expats?
I am. Yes. We're in a
You are.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. And the drama never stops. Holy smoking butt farts. The drama. You don't even there's so much of it you can't call your mama. You know, holy smoke. Jesus.
Yeah.
You know how it is. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is. Like down here, like when you're in a city and you're surrounded by all these expats and stuff, and everybody has their little group, their little clique, a little here, a little that, and it's like I don't know. I mean, I did hang out with certain ones, but then I just got to the point. Who do you know? Who do you trust? Who's telling you what? Who's telling you the truth? Who's not telling you the truth? So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna just cut off people. Like, not because I hate you, dislike you, or anything, but like your way of living and your thoughts are in no way how I live in my thoughts. I'll tell you right now, Mike, our Philippine journey, I talked to him I moved down here, got to know Mike up there. And to me, Mike's never done me wrong. And Mike and we talk here and there, and I check in with him. How's he doing? What he's not feeling well. But it's really, and there's 2 other people up there that I keep in touch with. But at some point, it's like I couldn't deal with it. Now down here, when I'm a tourist. Everywhere I go, I'm a tourist because you don't have many white foreigners living here. But when I do go to General Luna, there's a couple places, and I can sit, and if I want to talk to a foreigner, I can. And then away we go. I don't have your number. You don't have my number. but it does get, to me, it just gets crazy. And I don't have time for that. I don't want to deal with that. But other expats, they don't mind it. They enjoy it. But, yeah, I know.
That actually was going to be my question to you. Compared to when you lived in Angeles City and now where you're down, down in the province and you're a simp,
Yeah, I'm a simp.
which way do you prefer?
Living?
Yeah.
I
Way it is
prefer,
now. Yeah.
here is, it to me is more relaxing, more air quality, my health, everything. The only thing you miss about a city is the modern conveniences to everything. It's right there. Like there's a couple things I ordered that I wanted to get here for Christmas, but Lazada, we can't find your house. Well, you found my house every other time.
Yeah, I get that.
Where's my French's mustard that I ordered?
You forgot to add the tip beforehand. You got to get that tip in there beforehand.
Yeah. You know what? Even these dudes, like, I tip these dudes because they're the same guys that keep coming.
Mhm.
And I don't know. This is the first time I ever had an issue with Lazada and Shopee. First time. But everybody's entitled to a mistake. I could say it's due to the holidays. Oh, Craig, we lost you. You were there and then we lost you. But to me, that's the only thing. The accessibility. Like we were in CDO. I love CDO, nice city. Would I eventually retire there if I got older and had maybe, because you're right there. Everything's there. Everything's nice. The modern stuff. But right now it's like I'll visit. Let's put it that way. I'll visit.
I'm watching your comments when
guys,
Oh, hang on. You're echoing, Craig. Craig, hang on. Let me. Craig, I had to mute your mic. You're echoing real bad.
Maybe he's got extra windows open, I think.
Craig, I had
You
to
got
mute
me?
your mic. You're echoing real bad.
Okay.
Hang on.
One thing, guys, I got hit by an expat.
All right. You still got a good echo there.
Son.
Oh, it's like you can't have two programs open at once.
but I'm watching the comments go through, and and I mean, some of these people are funny.
Everybody's funny. You got to enjoy it.
I mean, like I'm a typical simp. Yeah, probably. I mean,
You got to wait. There's one for you. Street Freak's in and out of he comes in and out and of the channel and stuff, and he's a long-time subscriber. I mean, I don't know if he's a subscriber or not, but he's been in and out of my channel for years. And he has his own thought and his own things and his own way of thinking about the Philippines.
My gosh.
If you are paying her family, you're a mega simp.
So I must be a super mega simp because I paid for my wife's daughter's RN school. Just graduated, back in June.
Right.
The youngest daughter is in veterinary school. She'll graduate next year. And I'm paying for the daughter's NCLEX exam so that she can come to the U.S. Let's see. The veterinary daughter, she wants to stay in the Philippines. And then the third daughter, right? Open 2-minute burgers, so she has something to do.
And that's the thing. When people say you're paying for the family and you're a mega simp, I know quite a few expats, including myself. I mean, I sent Hannah to school, and I've seen other expats that have taken over in charge of a family where the father could be a foreigner who ditched the kids and all that. And they're stepping up and doing that. That's a good-hearted person. That's not a simp. You want to see somebody succeed. So, you being a simp, doing, a kind-hearted thing to help people out, which is human nature. It should be in you to want to help people with less than you have to a degree. I'm not saying buy everybody a Carabao in the province, but to me, that's just a good person.
But
And
what else are
that's-
you going to do with your money, right?
Yeah.
Western money is different from Asian money, Philippine money. So what are we going to do with it when we kill over dead? It's going to just sit there or go to the government. Why not spend and live your life as you can today? If you want to travel on it. If you want to give it away and help others, because I agree with you. The key is this in life. It's not to give a hand out, is to give a hand up. And that's what you can do with the living. I mean, I'm shocked. I'll tell you a quick story. Back years ago, we had some friends of ours there in the Philippines that were greatly struggling. And this is early on in our marriage, many thousands of years ago. And my wife we were talking, and I met them. They're really nice people. And I'm like, well, I don't understand. He wants to go be a certified security guard. I'm like, well, what does he just go? Well, it's going to run about $300 to do it. Well, just send him $300. What's $300?
Right.
But it changed their lives. It allowed him to get a job where he made enough money to support his family. And all I was out was a lousy $300.
Well, I mean, back, I want to say it was like 2021. Right? There's a gentleman. I mean, I won't. He had a fairly popular YouTube channel. And we were friends. And he contacted me, and he had put on a bit of weight, and like Brian, he was an ex-prison guard. We became friends because when I went to the prison to visit my brothers, he was the guy I had to deal with. And, but there again, small world, we ran into each other. And, and he had heart problems. He had to retire. He had to retire early because, he took a small disability, moved to the Philippines with his wife.
Right.
And he had heart problems because he had put on this weight, and his eating habits were bad, and he needed to go to the hospital. And even under Phil Health, he needed 400,000 peso, right, to have 4 stents put in. And I thought, okay, so I sent him the money. And
If you don't mind, I want to answer a part of your chat here from Street Freak. He's basically saying, look, you don't have to give money to Western families. Bull crap. You can't imagine how much money we spend on American women, their families, their kids, and compare it to the Philippines any day long. I'm telling you, I've wasted so much damn money in America on girlfriends and no, you're crazy if you think that.
Mike, welcome to the chat, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Mike is one dedicated guy here.
Good morning.
He should be resting.
Good morning.
He has joined
No,
the live stream.
I just finished one of my docs was here and finished up with him with my pulmonologist, and we'll see what happens. We've got some more tests to run. I want to touch on something that I thought was kind of interesting. I saw part of the chat. I couldn't get through everything because I was talking to the doctor. But they were talking about people living on certain budgets, people living on 500 a month, 700 a month. You can live like a king. And I saw a video somebody put out the other day talking about how they're living on this and that. And I thought to myself, what a load of shit. What an absolute load of shit. The guy lives in a house that is definitely not Filipino, typical Filipino. All right. He lives with an older woman. He's an older guy, lives with an older woman who had a foreigner boyfriend, husband, whatever, who passed away. This guy didn't. He didn't come. I think what happens is what I'm getting at. That's what I should do. I should not bitch about this guy. I should just tell you what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is that people say you can live on $1,000 a month. And I'm going to tell you, sure, you can live on $1,000 a month, but don't come to the Philippines on $1,000 a month and expect to live on it, because you got to find a place to live. You got to get situated. You got to do this. You got to do that. And how are you going to save the money to do those things on $1,000 a month? Excuse me. It's a process. It's an absolute process. And I get tired of people rambling on about just utter bullshit that's not necessarily true. Sure, you know what? You can kiss 1,000 frogs and one of them, maybe it turns into a prince. Who knows? But the point is in reality, you're going to come on $1,000 a month. You're not going to live, the typical housing. Look at Brian. Brian lives, all right, with how many people are living in your abode, Brian? Like
on our
9?
compound or in the house?
In the house.
In the house. There's me and Lut. There's Bing Bing, Nini, and Miguel. 5.
Okay, so there's 5. 5 of you in the house. Right. All right. So if you're a single guy, you're coming to the Philippines and you're going to live on $1,000 a month, a typical Filipino household would have 4 to 5 people. And people need to get this, you look at people that are living in these nice little small studio apartments. Okay, but that's not a typical Filipino abode. That's not a typical Filipino, for them to sit there and say that they can do this, well, that's bullshit. How many typical Filipinos, all right, of the fucking 20, 30 million of them here live in IT Park in Cebu? No. How many of them live in the richer areas of Makati and Forbes and BGC and all? No, those are not typical. When you get these expats that tell you you can live and the typical life is this, I'm living a typical Filipino life, bullshit.
They leave a lot out. They leave a lot out.
They do.
And Mike, you're correct. You can do it, but you got to have the startup cash to do it.
You do got to have startup.
You got to have the startup cash. Period.
I mean, think about it like this: 24 hours. Somebody said earlier something about how much it costs, private hospital versus public hospital, stents. My first 24 hours here at Clark Medical Center this week, just the first 24 hours, not counting the physician charges, was 54,000 pesos. All right. That was just the first 24 hours. All right. I had 2 stents, emergency room, 2 stents, and cardiac cath last year. That was 850,000 pesos. So you got to be prepared for this kind of stuff. That's all there is to it.
Great advice.
Sure. That's some people don't think outside the box when it comes to that. But I guess the only thing you can say, it's on you. It's on you if you come and do that. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm not going to tell you what you should live in, and that's up to you. And everybody likes living Everybody likes living where they like living here in the Philippines, city, country, province, wherever. James and Karen, welcome. James and Karen, they have a farm. They do the farm thing. They even named 2 geese, all right? Bonnie and Clyde. I came up with those names, and they named their geese after what I asked them. They asked me for a name where I think I put it out there, but they are loving their life. And they're also traveling around the Philippines. Some of their adventures they do, getting on, I seen where they were riding and they got on a raft. It literally was a bamboo raft, right? And they rode their motorbike on it, and it got pushed over the river. Then it landed, and they got off, and that's what I like seeing people do. Do things like that. Enjoying the Philippines. Now, understandable if you get older and stuff, you can't, but you got to do it now while you're younger, and you can do it. But yeah, James and Karen.
Hello, James.
Well,
and
Brian, I've been watching you for years. I don't even remember how long. It's been at least 5 years, maybe 6, 7 years. I've been watching you since you've been in Angeles City with the Sorry store. And
Right.
I've incorporated a lot of what I've learned from watching your channel into my life. And I liked what I saw. And when you moved out to the province recently, it's just been amazing to watch because I've been going through a lot of the same experiences out here. So it's been really exciting and fun to watch. And I think a lot of the expats here are just bitter, angry people wherever they are. And they're looking to take shots at you for, you help the wife's family a little bit, that makes you a simp. Or I got guys constantly in every video we put out complaining about, your 150cc XR is a child's motorcycle. Children in America ride those bikes. It's like, it's always something. It's always
jealousy.
something.
It's jealousy.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100% they're jealous.
And you've only been in the Philippines how long?
About, what would you say, 18 months now? 18 months,
18
I
months.
think, yeah.
Right. And in 18 months, you've learned about the expats. Some of them. There's good expats.
Some of them are just great friends, like the Colonel's in the chat. Gino from Dazzle TV is an awesome friend. We've got there's quite a few expats that are great people too, but some of them go out of their way to leave, nasty comments, or, even when you meet them in person, they do their best to constantly poke at you. It's a thing with some of them.
Jealousy, my friend. Jealousy. That's all it is.
Hey, there you go. There you go, Brian. You got your Christmas present.
Cow. Holy cow. Callie
Merry Christmas.
07MJ. Thank you very much. That is a Merry
Wow.
Christmas.
They tipped them 100.
Everyone in the chat.
100 American.
Greatly
everyone in the chat,
appreciate it. That'll go
Thank
to
you
the
for
kids.
doing that.
Everyone
That
in
will
the
go
chat.
to the kids.
Just so you know, Brian's going to get 70 cents on the dollar for everything you send through YouTube. But he does have his PayPal in the description. If you send it, he'll get the entire 100.
There it is. There's a shameless plug. Thank you. But no, I appreciate it.
I never
That
understood why YouTube takes 70 cents, gives you a 30% charge.
but hey,
Yeah, but I imagine it's got to
let me-
help your statistics. Your click-through
Let
rate
me-
must go up if you're bringing them revenue, guys.
Correct.
When people send
say
supers,
this.
it makes profit for YouTube.
Let me
and
say
they like
this.
you better.
that is probably the biggest super chat I've ever got.
Wow. Congratulations.
So now here's the goal in this live chat. Somebody's got to do better than that. All right. Somebody's got to top that to be the top guy.
There
Right?
you go. Great strategy.
Yeah. I mean,
Tom Sawyer.
the poor simp is e-bagging, so please help him out.
Yeah, I'm e-begging. You go through that too. Now, James and Karen, you're fairly new on to YouTube, and you just see how it goes. At first, everybody was giving good comments, and all of a sudden, a bad comment would come here, and then it's like, honest to God, they would find out people. This is how weird YouTube people are. All right, they would find out, say, like, I like James and Karen's channel. Oh, let me go over there. Let me troll their channel because I don't like Philly. Like, people are just weird like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't let the naysayers take away from your own personal journey, from your own fun, your own life. Don't let the keyboard warriors get to you. The people that are stupid enough to walk up to you and run their mouths, they're the ones with the issues, not you. So don't worry about it.
Just live your life the way
That's
you
it.
want. Live your life the way you want to live it, and don't let somebody else determine how you're going to live your life. You can listen to them. You can listen to how other people live their lives and run their channels and do everything, and then do what you want to do, because it's all about having fun. That's what retirement's about.
Unless it's your wife. If it's your wife, you make damn sure you listen. All right.
Yes.
Just let me throw that out there because I know you're young. So
James is not that young. He looks young. Right?
I'm 45, Brian, so I'm kind of
45.
middling. Yeah.
Yeah, 45. Well, that makes you 10, what, 11, 12,
He's
12
the
years
same age
older
as
than
my
me.
wife.
Yeah. Wow.
Just on, I feel health-wise that I quit and came over here in time to enjoy the Philippines. I think if I'd have waited longer, it might have been too late,
agreed.
So
Well, good for
if
you,
you're
man.
thinking of doing it and you got the means, you're not guaranteed another day on this earth. You ought to just go for it.
Yeah. Well, good for you,
I
man.
got to run, guys. All right.
All right,
I gotta
Mike.
let them
Mike, you take care,
take some
brother.
blood. Yeah.
Take care, man.
Yep.
Good to see
All
you.
right. You guys
Be
take
safe.
care. Be
Yeah,
good. Bye-bye.
we'll bow out too. Thank you, everybody. Brian, we love your channel.
All
Thank
right.
you guys all
Thank
for
you.
the advice.
Have fun, guys.
All right. Yeah. Frank the plumber. How are you doing, Frank the plumber?
What's going on, guys? I've been back and forth, and it's pretty cool how you were able to connect everybody like that. They used to have, like, a long time ago, like Blog Talk Radio, where you could bring people in. I'm in Mandog in Davao City. I just got here on the 1st.
Actually, I'll be down there like the 10th or 11th. So I got to fly up to Cebu. Say, I'm going to go see a friend of mine up in Cebu.
Oh, I sold
Yeah.
my house in Connecticut. I sold my house. It was a big process, man. I don't want no more assets in America. It's getting too crazy. I'm from Connecticut area.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
sold the house.
I'm going up to Arkansas. My mom and dad are, they're getting up there. They just took my mom off her dementia meds because they're not helping.
Really?
So, and then I got to talk to my dad about, what's going to go on. But yeah, I'm going to sell the house up there.
Yeah, with the housing market and everything, and how these realtors are, you got to watch. I went through 3 or 4 different realtors in Connecticut, and they really, Joy's on the other side. I've been dealing. I came here in February 2020, in the week of COVID. I got stuck in Arezzo, in Davao, for the whole time. I had to get the special flight back home. But I've been watching Philly for, oh my God, 5-6 years. I'm just afraid to do YouTube because all the haters.
Actually, I was going to fly.
Yeah.
I was going to fly down to Davao. It was, and we were going to get there. And like 3 days before the flight, they closed the airport. For COVID.
Really? Yeah, because Philly, I've been watching him. He was in Manila the whole time. I'm watching him. I'm watching a few other guys. And then, I'm going back and forth from, working at UPS and then trying to do my flight operations and stuff. And then, when he moved to Surigao, I'm like, he's the smartest man in the world. Somebody's got to give him a Nobel Peace Prize. Because Surigao is like the best place to go. And Joy's like, oh my God, look at this place. I'm like, it's so nice there, because I would go up. We would take the bus, or we here where I am in Mandog, right by the Palos Verdes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a golf course there.
Yep.
The Joy's brother-in-law, he has a guy that he works with for the passenger van. So they go up to Britannia, up to Tandag. They go up that way to what? Enchanted River. Yeah. That's Hiatuana, Bislig. Mm-hmm. go up there and you just pay to go. But he, you know, Surigao is very, I don't know, it's the island, right? So you got to take the ferry or
take the ferry, from Surigao City,
yeah. But you know,
Yeah, it's different living here on the island than like vacationing here. I mean, it's a beautiful island. Everywhere you go, it's just beautiful up north. And, you know, I don't necessarily like the General Luna area because that's the mecca of the hub of where a lot of your tourists are. But it is a beautiful island. When you live here.
Have you came down to have you went to the Enchanted River yet? Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Stuff?
Yeah. We did Enchanted River years ago when we came here. Before
God,
Odette,
so
before it has, you know, before there's like, there could be 15 little boats sitting in there or whatever, and you hop on it and they paddle you up the river. I was here before they had all that there. There might have been 2 or 3 boats. You didn't pass people, you know, on the Enchanted River. It took you up to a grotto. Like, you can go up to a grotto. Like, all right, cool. Let's check out this grotto. It was beautiful. So we hop on the little boat. We hop on the little boat, and you're trying to not tip. You know what I mean? And so you're cruising along. They take you up to this what's called a grotto, and it's just like a bunch of rocks with a little bit of water in it. But it's beautiful. But now it has grown so much, which is good. It's good for that area. It's good for the tourists. It's good for the people there that live there. But it is like one of the hot spots to go to now.
Yeah, just the other day I was in SM Lana Premier. If you know Davao a little bit, you know where that is. And there was a foreigner there who approached me. I was in the middle of picking out my Cavendish banana because Mount Apo, they have the Cavendish banana. They have a problem with the bacteria or the fungus, so their Cavendish is very, you know, scarce. So
yeah.
And some guy, I'm like trying to pick out the banana, and I'm smelling the mango, you know, because you're smelling the mango to make you try to get a good one. And then this guy's like, hey, he was from like Minnesota or something, and he's like, they have an expat group where they do like dinners and stuff like that, you know, and he just had a kid.
They do a party.
They do a party. Yeah. Joy, come over here. Say hello to him. No, come. I'm going to turn the camera on.
Come on, Joy. Hello.
You know,
Yeah.
She might say,
Hey, go up to
the
the one just above their chicken chokers.
Tell her. Joy,
Backstory:
come on.
you boys
I wanna
don't
see
have a
you.
job. Spit it out. Exactly.
Okay,
We don't have a job. We
Yeah.
I can spend the entire day doing nothing, and nobody cares.
Hi,
And I
Joy.
still get
Hello, Joy.
Hello. I'm from Davao.
She's from Davao.
Oh, yeah. Davao.
paid.
Yeah.
Huh?
She's a Davao girl. My wife's a Davao girl. Or you're from Davao. Mindanao. My wife's a Mindanao girl also.
I told I told the guy back.
Yeah, she likes your house. She
2003.
likes the videos. She likes the house. She loves.
I told
she
people
loves
back
housing.
in 2003, the prettiest gals in all of the Philippines are in Mindanao.
Don't let that secret out.
Oh, I got one right here.
Crazy.
Now you're going to give out the secret. Now they'll all flock to Mindanao and go down in like the red zone. Tell them like all the real pretty girls in Mindanao, they're down in the red zone. Get down below the, you know, Davao City. Get way down in the boonies, and make sure you find one by the ocean. All right, and lend money out to people and throw your money around like you're real rich.
No, I always tell them, hey, go down to General Santos, pull out like $5 $100 bills, and you'll have a girlfriend in a minute or two, and then you're going to get robbed and killed.
All I can say is I'm very glad my wife is not here. Holy shit, because she's from Cebu, and we'd be having a horrible problem all night long.
I mean, Cebu girls are nice, but
no, they believe they're the best.
I don't like Cebu.
I know.
So, woo. I'd be
There you go.
putting up with my wife all night long. I can't believe they said that.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, in Moray City, I mean, prior to their last little incident, I mean, yeah, it was really nice in there, and they're rebuilding it, and it's becoming nice again.
Yeah, yeah, they would love to be able to market Marawi City or Marawi as a tourist destination, but they can't get rid of that stigma there. But you know what I said? I was telling Look today, I'm like, people say, oh, it's bad to travel there, but I guarantee you there's more crime happens in a bigger city every day
Right.
than in the United States than happens in Marawi or any other area in like a whole year. One day would top that whole year. Like it, I don't know.
So Brian, I'm
It's a
4 hours
stigma.
from Davao, 4 hours from CDO, and I live pretty much up in the mountains in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Now, in 3 weeks, I will go back to the house. I will be the only one in there, and I'm safer there than in any large city in the United States.
I like that.
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, you definitely
I like
are.
that. I like that, dude.
You're safer here. You're safer here in the Philippines. In my
Ah.
town, in New Haven, Connecticut, in New Haven, dude, the violence is so bad, man. I mean, it's just constant robberies, constant everything. man.
Like I tell my friend in Mintow, the only thing I don't like is there are so many police and so many traffic enforcers. And if I don't have my wife, I don't have any reason to get out of a ticket. Because anytime I've been pulled over in Davao with my wife, I said, "Oh, she was telling me to turn here." He said, "You want to
You're
argue
good to
with her?"
go. Yeah.
The only thing that
I'm-
bugs me, the only thing that really bugs me out here is if you die, you know how they bury you. So I already have a contingency plan. So if something happens to me, I already told Joy, you're gonna cremate me, and then you're gonna put me in this. Hold on.
My wife would just throw my ass in the ditch.
That's I
So
told my wife.
I went
Bottle of Red Horse.
Before I left, Philly will like this. I gotta wait for him to come back on the camera.
I'm on. I'm here.
You could see me. So before I came here for this trip, which that's it. I'm here for life. That's it. I said I'm not being buried in a box, and they're not taking me out and throwing my bones in the ocean. Joy, you're gonna cremate me if I die, and you're gonna put me in my favorite tequila box.
There you go.
So I bought a box like this, and then I said, we're gonna drink the tequila, and then the bottle's gonna be left in there. You just put my ashes in there, and then you just seal me up.
You're
put me somewhere.
You're in the Philippines right now, and that box is in your house. Do you have family members that come in and out of your house a lot?
Bad
No,
omen.
not really. No.
That's
Do you
good.
ever
That's
have
a bad
parties? Do you
omen.
ever have parties there at your house?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And no one has found that bottle yet, huh? When the Red Horse runs dry. Wait, hang on. Frank the plumber has a bottle over in that box. Let's
They know
go
it
get
now. Look, he announced it to the world now, so they all know it. Trust me,
Yeah.
they're taking notes.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Good. Joy's brother-in-law, he's in the Philippine Army.
Okay.
And he got hurt, Pharrell, where he messed his leg up and stuff. So the Army guys came to pick him up because if he didn't go, he was going to be AWOL in the Philippine Army. So,
Right.
So they came and picked him up, but when they came in the truck, they had all the M16,
Yeah.
all the guns and stuff. I got a picture. So I had a bottle of Fortaleza in Yeho, and he was talking about Johnny Walker. I says, "Nah, you don't want to drink no Johnny Walker. You want to drink tequila." The whole bottle. Joy was so pissed off. We drank the whole freaking bottle.
You're saying the police drank the whole bottle?
No, the Philippine Army dudes.
Right.
We just
And
we just drank it.
everybody drank and hung out. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they'll leave my bottles alone. They won't touch that. But if I put a bottle of a 2-liter Coca-Cola in that refrigerator, they'll come.
There you go.
But
You're not in. Are you in the city itself?
no, this is Man Dog.
Because I can kind of see, like, to the left of your screen, it's like greenery and stuff. So
Yeah, I can't switch it around. You could hold on. Yep.
there you go. It's like a typical
We have a party
provincy area.
Yeah.
And I'm
She built
sure,
this place.
and all
she
the
built this
police
place.
and all the police and all the local people know you're there.
Oh yeah. They know
Yeah.
I'm here. Yep.
Yeah, they same here. They know I'm here. So
The local police guy, her family, they're very big and tied in. Her family, the police, the captain in the barangay down here, he lives right behind us, two houses.
Sick Pup, how are you doing, Sick Pup? It kind of looks like Mike or Philippines Journey in a way.
Hey, Brian.
In a way.
Hey, Brian. This is the Colonel.
The Colonel. How you doing,
Yeah.
Colonel?
Colonel Chronicles.
Colonel.
Yeah, I had to pop on here because I'm looking at some of these comments and just shaking my head. And I'm like, what are we in 6th grade making fun of people that wear glasses? And
Wait.
yeah, it just kind of cracks me up.
Hey, Colonel.
Everybody on the panel that came on had glasses.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the world we live in the U.S., especially. You know, or,
That happens as
Well,
you.
these are videos.
everyone,
These are
you
video
gotta call
screens.
everyone their name.
Yeah, well, and that's the way life goes. As you get older, your eyes change, and you end up having to wear glasses. Unlike me, I've been wearing them since I was 10 years old, and listening to moronic comments my whole life about I'm like, what are we prepubescent again? I can't even talk. That just cracks me up. The mentality of some people.
Hey,
And,
They're just
the
jealous
haters
of-
out there. The haters out there just amaze me. I want to make a comment if you give me a minute.
Sure.
Talking about what people live on in the Philippines and stuff. It's all relative. If someone says they live on 1,000K in the Philippines and they're living the life, that's up to them. I don't know what kind of life they're living, but I spend more than that, and I live in the Philippines. Been here over 2 years, but I spend more than that because I choose to spend more than that. Now I could spend a whole lot less, but I don't want to eat rice and a chicken leg every day.
Right.
I choose to do my own cooking or to eat out or whatever I want to do. And another comment is always, I don't know, is your expat guy there, dude. I didn't come over here to the Philippines because of a girl, and I'm still single.
There you go.
So I was living in Thailand for 9.5 years, and I visited the Philippines to visit an American friend and his fiance, and I just fell in love with the people, and that's why I came over here. Yeah. So it is what it is. But anyway, thanks for having me.
Hey,
Can
thanks.
I follow up on the cost of living thing? Because I want to clarify something. You can live on $1,000 in America if you want. You can.
I couldn't.
There's a lot of people in America make $1,000 or less, and they're living here. So what you're saying is correct. It's all relative, right? So, and you got to remember, if you only have $1,000 in America, you still only have $1,000 in the Philippines.
Exactly.
It is what it is. It's a fixed income. But you can live. We have people living for free in America out in the natural forest. That's where they live. That's their gig. No power, no water, no electricity. That's what they like. So you can do it anywhere. You can do it anywhere. But why would you?
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you have, and if that's where you're at in life, and you got to do what you got to do. Yeah. But it's just like when I retired, and I retired over 11 years ago, if I'd stayed in the U.S., could I have survived and lived? Absolutely. But I wouldn't have been able to have the quality of life that I have over here, where I can travel whenever I want. If I want to go out to eat, I can go out to eat. If I want to go out on a date, and I can go out on a date and have a good time. It's all how you budget your money. And I tell everybody, life's about choices. You choose to do what you choose to do. And if you want to come into somebody's chat and you want to be a hater, well, that's your choice. But then you're going to be treated appropriately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got such a small channel, but because I associated with James and Karen somewhat, I got trolls and haters coming on my little bit. I'm not even monetized. It cracks me up. It cracks me up.
I said that earlier. I've seen how it works. All right. I like James and Karen. Oh, Philly likes you. Let me go in there because I don't like Philly. I mean, there's just a core group of people that are just trolls. Like,
it's hilarious.
I've gotten to the point where you can weed them out. Those that I find entertaining, their comments, it's like, I'll keep you. You know what I mean? But those that are just ugly, vicious, and nasty and all that, have a nice day.
Well, and that's our strategy on our channel is we don't mind the trolls. We don't mind the idiots, because if you can milk something out of them that helps you grow, learn, or anything, then you should do it. And then if you're right, we have rules and we talk about anything on our channel, except for we don't make fun of race. We don't do that. And we don't talk about little kids, and we don't bully anybody, but we're open to dialogue. And so I don't mind trolls, because if they get out of hand, we just get rid of them. But you can milk them for what you can get out of them.
Yeah, I appreciate the fact that a troll will come on and their name is appropriate. There's one in the chat now. His name is appropriate, and he knows who he is, so we won't mention him. I won't front him out. Not that I have an issue with that, because like somebody on here mentioned too, I spent my life in prison. Almost 24 years, and now I was working. But I wasn't just a guard. I wasn't just a guard either. And I did it. Been there, done that. So anything people say, hey, it ain't like I haven't heard it before. You know what I mean? I've heard it all before. So most of it I can't repeat in a public forum.
But you can't take anything you hear on the internet seriously.
No, you can't.
Take it personal. I tell people all the time, if you let this drama steer your life, then you're the one giving up your control. You have to remember, you can only be bullied if you allow yourself to be bullied.
There you go. Exactly.
I've been teaching that to my students for 4,000 years, 50,000.
I see a little humor. I see a lot of humor in it myself, but I got a warped sense of humor, and I don't mind snapping back at people, and then everybody go, ooh, he's mad. No, I'm not mad. I'm just laughing at you. You know? Yeah. I mean, behind the scenes, I'm laughing at you.
But see, here's the difference between, the job we had and just other people. In real life, no one's going to sit there and tell you, like, your face is ugly, you look dumb, you're no good, you're stupid. They're not going to do that to your face. They can do it on the internet. And then they allow those people to get to them, and it upsets them, and they get mad, and they get, down. How this guy, why is he saying this? And
keyboard warriors
to your face. And
some Brian,
YouTubers, when they first get that attack, it bothers them. It hurts their feelings. Just the way life is.
Let me interject, Brian. I agree with you. And I've had people say to me, I don't deal with people that talk behind other people's backs. And my attitude is, hey, I talk about people behind their back all the time. But you know what? I'm not saying nothing that I haven't said to their face or I won't say to their face. So you can talk about me all you want, but if you got a beef with me or a problem, be willing to say it to my face. And if you tell me, hey, Colonel, you said this about so and so, and I'm going to be like, yeah, you know what? You're right, I did, and this is why I said it.
Right.
I have no problem with that. That's just keeping it real. But you're absolutely right. But you got to admit, there's a little bit of humor to all of it, because it's in the virtual world, and you can't, like you said, you can't take it serious.
I look at it this way.
What about the name, the name callers, the ones that'll look at you and like come up with a name? Fat Albert. Somebody's saying you're Fat Albert.
That's how I got the name, the Colonel.
I just flip it on them. I say, so what I like to do with our little fun trolls is that they say, hey, because I get criticized for my wonderful shape of my body, but that's okay. So,
round in the shape.
You hey, fat boy. So what I like to do is say, okay, let me explain to you one. Everybody's welcome on the channel. You don't mind that you're fat and you're a boy. So if you're trying to say that you're a fat boy, it's okay to be here. We're okay with you and who you are. So when they call me names, I just pretend that they're telling me about themselves. And then they usually shut up and go away.
Oh, they're projecting.
Yes,
Projecting.
the projecting. That's it. And I'll tell you, when I was teaching college, I taught college forever, and I was in that transitional time when we had
Oh, there's some people.
face-to-face classes,
They
and
look
we
at the
shifted to
upstairs.
online teaching. So in the beginning days, our students would be really nasty with each other online, on
Yeah, the
online
barangay.
classes.
He's from the barangay?
And what we had to do was make sure they could see each other face to face, online students, so the nastiness would go away. So it's really strange how this and that keyboard makes people so powerful in their minds.
Yeah. Well, you know, behind the keyboard or even behind a YouTube screen, you know, the power is always yours if you take it. But in reality, it doesn't mean anything.
It
You know.
doesn't. It doesn't.
But you know, it's just I do this just for the heck of it, for the fun of it, and because I can talk about anything forever if I had to, you know, and you know, I'm
That's
just
what my
fine,
wife says.
you know,
My
with
wife-
or without it.
My wife tells everybody that I could lecture to a brick wall for 3 hours and not miss a beat. So
That's it. You know, we'd be fighting for airtime then. Yeah.
yeah.
I have to force myself to shut up and listen to other people. You know.
I
It's
just
all
Yeah,
good.
I run into that same problem. But here's one that can freak you out. You know, I've had trolls, you know, come in there and make stupid, you know, threats. You know, I'll come there and kick your ass. Okay. You know, and then what I do is I go back because see, in 1980 I was kind of one of those computer hacker guys, and you know, I go back, you know, and I sent one of them a present. I went on Amazon and sent him some stupid thing. I said, okay, here. So now you got my, the return address. Come over here and kick my ass. And he actually called the cops and said I was threatening him.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, what?
I could use some free Amazon
You know,
stuff.
people
My
don't
wife
realize
keeps
all
loading
these
up the
people
cart.
leaving comments. I can track back their IP address, and I don't care how how many VPNs you run through. It may take time, but it can be done.
All right. Let me ask you this, Scoot. You said you can backtrace a VPN and find out where a person's from using that. My VPN off of my Starlink shows Manila.
All right.
Wow.
It shows Manila. I checked it. My VPN. It's showing Manila.
Right.
So how can you backtrack that?
Well, see, there's a log
My house.
because your Manila.
That's
VPN.
without a VPN. That's even without a VPN.
I know. It says it's, but here to get to your specific thing, they have, they say, okay, now Starlink's a little different, from what I understand. I've never played with it that much, but Starlink, is one of those things that, they have a broad coverage area. Like in the Philippines, it says Manila, right? But the GPS, right, part of the Starlink will tell me, pretty much within a few hundred meters of where you're at.
All right. I
mean, it's like when somebody takes a picture, right? In 2004, when I first went over to Afghanistan for the contractor I worked for, right? Because I lived in Kuwait at that time. We tried to explain to them that, hey, whatever you post online can be tracked back. And to do that, we used what was that guy's name?
Where they got radio receiver antennas. Radio receiver antennas. When your Wi-Fi is broadcasting.
But he was kind of popular. They did show MythBusters. I can't remember his name, the redheaded guy. Anyways, and every day he would leave his house and he did a thing where he took a selfie, and he stopped at Starbucks and that, and using the metadata in those pictures, we tracked his entire route and exactly where their studio was. They said, this is why, be careful what you post online.
Yeah, it's crazy with technology nowadays, yet they still don't have a facial picture of the shooter from Brown University.
Mhm.
That's
Agreed.
crazy.
There again, you know,
With all this technology and cameras and ID cards, you still don't have a face to put to that shooting. That's crazy.
well, here,
Well,
Brian.
well,
It's not that they don't have a picture of its face. It's there are cameras, and unless they have a camera in that hallway where he turned out and his face showed up, then he goes down this hall and 50 people are running out, and there's a camera picture, and maybe his face is on that one. Well,
there's other factors. Yeah, Brian.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
there's other factors to consider in that too. Being ex-law enforcement, some of what you see is not always what you see, or some of what you see is only what we want you to see.
True.
Or we don't want you to see anything, so we'll show you something else. So there could be a whole lot of different. And I'm not being a conspiracy theory. I'm just saying there could be a whole lot of other dynamics going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, and they don't want us to know about. Just saying.
Just saying. What did he yell? What did he yell before he started? Well, we're getting conflicting stories. They know what he yelled. They just, like you said, here's a blob of a guy standing on the street, and this is the best picture we got of him. There's more going on. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, best answer is I can tell you one thing: eyewitness testimony is the worst testimony in the world.
Well, the case in point is this. Way back in the day when I was a youngster and in the military, I was involved in something that made it to the evening news, and it wasn't even close to what happened in reality. Mm-hmm. And I'm watching this in real time, and I was involved in it in real time, and I'm like, that's not even close to what we were doing or what happened. So, but it's what they wanted to feed the public.
Sure.
So, I mean, that's with everything. It's just the same thing here on YouTube. What you're getting is what we're feeding you. And how you choose to digest that is on you. That doesn't mean it's reality. And it doesn't mean your comments are reality either, based on fact. It's just based on their opinion. And everybody's entitled to it. And you just got to laugh sometimes. But as far as that shooting, who knows if the truth will ever come out about all of it. Same thing with Charlie Kirk's shooting. Who knows?
Right.
There is no absolute truth anymore. That's what you have to, or ever. In the world, there is no absolute truth.
Well, there is, but you're not being told the absolute truth would be a better way of saying what you're trying to say, I think. Absolute truth is absolute truth.
I mean, it
just is. But
what I mean,
we're not getting it.
What I mean, it goes a little bit deeper in the fact that my truth is not your truth. What you saw is not what I saw, even though we saw the same thing. So that's why there's no absolute truth, because none of us could ever agree collectively.
That's interpretation. Right. That's interpretation. Truth is the truth, irregardless of how we feel about it or what we think about it. So I would just submit that, absolute truth is absolute truth, but our interpretation of it may be different. I remember that growing up, in a very conservative household in the U.S., and I made that statement coming home from my secular humanist teacher in school saying, hey, what's right for you might not be right for me. And what's the truth? Your truth isn't my truth. Oh, my mom, I thought I was going to see stars that day. My mom went off. And as I got older, I realized, you know what? She's absolutely right. The truth is the truth. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. But what we do with it and how we interpret it makes the difference, and that's where that's where the secular humanists come up with the idea of, hey, your truth is not my truth. And I'm not criticizing what you're saying. I'm just kind of adding on to it that the truth is there, but some people choose to interpret it their own way, and that's up to them. Whatever,
Yeah,
true.
Their truth. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you take an ice cube and it's frozen water. Well, not really to me, because it's not really frozen water because, it's melting in my hand. So is it really ice? And, it's just a stupid example.
Don't say that word. We can get in trouble.
Oh, ICE. Yeah.
We don't want to talk about politics now.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Hey,
Give them some
Yeah.
ice cubes. It looks like they're hot. You know.
Oh my goodness. Apologies. I wasn't even thinking on that, but that's funny. That is funny. As an ex-Fed myself, I have to laugh at that. That's hilarious.
I don't think you could say Ice Cube either because that's a rapper. Mike,
Oh well, if I had his money, I'd be living a whole lot better in the Philippines than what I am, and I live pretty well. So it's all good.
Speaking of that frozen liquid stuff in a freezer, I put a video out a couple months back where, they were rounding up the chickens, and I called it an ice raid, right? Oh my God. I had people yelling at me, screaming at me. I'm not going to watch you anymore. It's like,
Oh my
relax. Like, some people just forget, to laugh.
Yeah.
And comedians were saying nowadays, the hardest thing they have to deal with is saying something to where a group of people are going to get offended.
Yep.
They're going to make him out to be like this terrible person, but he's trying to bring humor into things. And it's as well as I do, some of the shit, like I just seen, that Rob Reiner just died. I watched him in All in the Family. And All in the Family, if it was played today, it'd be out of control, and
it wouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, it wouldn't be allowed.
Shoot, for that matter, Sanford and Son wouldn't be allowed, and that was one of the most hilarious comedies I ever watched as a little kid.
Yeah, Jeffersons, that was another one.
Yeah,
with
the token white guy. Yeah,
honky this and that, and it was crazy, but people could laugh back then.
I enjoy the old. Actually, I enjoy the old movies from the ABS CBN, the Redford White ones, the blonde-headed dude from the Philippines, the comedian. Oh my God, those movies are so cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw that or not. I get a kick out.
Redford White. His name is Redford White, man. He's got. Oh my God, they're so funny. They're so good, but you can't understand anything because it's all Tagalog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
pick out a word here or there.
I've watched some of these comedy shows in the Philippines. They're so corny, but they'll make you laugh. Like, they understand what's going on and what they're saying. You don't really need to know what they're saying because of how they are and how they act and their facial expressions. Yeah.
Yeah, everything in America. Since
I'll make this statement, and I'm going to make it very clear. Right?
Make it clear.
The entire United States is full of snowflakes. You have the snowflakes on the right that take no responsibility for their life and complain the immigrants stole everything from them. You have the snowflakes on the left that complain that you're against me. We need to give everybody everything. Right? The entire United States has become nothing other than snowflakes that take no responsibility for anything in their life. They always have somebody else to blame for why their life is so bad. And I'm tired of it. That's why I prefer to be in the Philippines. And when I run into one of these snowflakes in the Philippines, I stay away from them.
But here in the Philippines, you got to search out politics in the news back in the States. It's not here. It's not in your face. It's not all around you and stuff. But one of the things when I first got over here, I didn't watch any news from back in the States, and I watch enough to know what's going on. Do I get involved? No. And you got YouTubers here that are just going off about this back in the States and this back in the States and this political group and that political group. And then it's like, wait, hang on. You've been in the Philippines over X amount of years. You didn't even vote. What gives you the right to bitch?
Agreed.
Well,
What
here,
gives you the right
Never
to
voted.
Don't say
I
I'm in the
never-
Philippines, because you can vote in the Philippines.
That's
There's
correct.
a process you can go through. But for them to go off and hate this and that, like, you didn't even vote. Shut up. For real.
Never voted in my
Agreed.
life. Never voted in my life. Never.
Well, that's your choice.
yeah, and and that's your choice. But then you really don't have you don't have a bone in the fight.
True.
I always tell people. I said, I mean, I worked almost half of my life outside of the United States. Right? Now, some of it was in the military, where it was easy to vote, and other, but most of it was for private companies. And I never missed a vote, whether it be city, county, state, or federal, in over 50 years.
Brian, I agree with you, because here's my deal for the expats, no matter where they're living in the world. If you're living somewhere else besides the United States by choice, and you left the United States so that you could be happier, then why are you bringing all that piss and vinegar with you to the new country? If you're mad about this and that happened in America, just leave it in America. Focus on what's in front of you and be happy. That's what I don't understand. Why are there so many expats around the world that are so pissed off?
Yeah, I don't get that either. Excuse me, I don't get that either. I've said even on my channel, hey, I served my country. I'd do it again, and I worked for the federal government. I don't know if I'd do that again. Except I probably would, because I wanted to retire when I turned 50 years old in my career area of expertise that I was in. And like I said, life's about choices, and I did that. And then everybody's like, well, why would you go to Thailand, which is where I went first, and then I'm over here. Why would you? Because I felt like it. I had the ability to do it. Okay. I had a decent pension that I could live off of. And why not go over there and live a stress-free? I mean, I went to Phuket, Thailand. I was on the beach every day, or at least walking on the beach every day.
Sure.
I mean, just enjoying life, working out, doing whatever, and I can do the same thing in the Philippines. I tell you, my biggest decision when I get up in the morning, thank you, Lord, for allowing me to wake up another day, is that what am I going to do today? That's my biggest decision, and I love it. And then they're like, well, what about your family? Well, I have a family in the U.S. I have a very large family in the U.S., actually. Do they care about me? I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I hear from them once in a while. And then, right. People judge you. They judge you on that. You're going to get judged on no matter what you do. But hey, just because I live in the Philippines or Vietnam or wherever, Thailand, doesn't change me as an American. I'm still an American, but it's because I am an American that gives me the ability to do this. And I'm very thankful for that.
Exactly. And that's what I say. You complain, you get mad, but you being an American allows you to be here in the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. You can come here, you can live here. You being an American allows that. Those are the the perks of being an American citizen.
Right.
I got a question for you guys, real quick.
Go ahead.
The other day when I had to do the notary with some of my documents, right? I literally with like 2 hours left, like for the flight. I had to fly all the way. Philippine Airlines, they shot me up to the way that the ticket was. I had to go to Cebu and then go there and then transfer to gate 11 to the other flight and then go to Manila. So, whatever. But when I got to Manila, when I went to the embassy, I thought I had to go in that long line. But the guy, he's like, no. You come right to the gate. You come right here to the gate to come right in. You don't have to wait in that long line down there. So, I mean, it was just weird how, there was a massive amount of people there. But then they said, because you're a citizen, you could come up, you come up to the embassy, you could come right in, right up to security,
Yeah.
Never dealt with it.
I'm going to have to wrap this one up. I have my breakfast meal there. 2 hours. We're going on 2 hours. Every Wednesday, I'm going to do a live like this. People can jump on. They can say what they want to say. to an extent. Share whatever is going on, whatever they want to talk about.
Make no comments about the bald-headed prick talking.
Yeah. Colonel Klink. We all got names. And look, we all got glasses, right? We're all a bunch of four-eyed freaks.
No, wait. I don't got them on. I don't got
All
them on.
right. But anyways, guys.
Great.
Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping. Scoot, thanks for now I can put a face with a name. Leader of the pack, thanks. Frank the plumber. The Colonel.
Stop in the
Thank you
leaks.
for
Stop in the
stopping
leaks.
in.
Ryan, I figured,
Yes.
I'll probably show up. I'll probably show up there sometime in January.
All right.
Devout?
Here.
Yeah, don't freak out when I say, hey, you know what? When I bang on the door, say, hey, Loot, where's my
You guys
breakfast?
come here. We'll have dinner.
You mean you're going to come? You're going to
We'll go
backtrack
Viking.
and find my VPN or my exact location and knock on my door. All right, you can knock on the door.
It's something
It'll be all
I
right.
taught the military how to do. So yeah.
All right, guys. I'll see you.
I'm
Take
joking.
care.
All right,
Good
guys.
to see you all. Be
Take
safe.
care.
Never do that.
All right, we're going to drop you. Remove
Later, brother.
Plank. Remove Scott. All right, guys. With that being said, thanks for joining the live stream every Thursday, 8:30 a.m. Hump Day. Everybody stop in. If you want to join, I'm going to let people join just like this live stream. And once again, thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you to all those that gave a super chat. That'll go towards the kids for whatever, little things here and there. So, all right, guys, take care and we'll talk to you later.